Yo, guys. Wait, let me get my microphone really quick. Continuing our Buggo adventure here. We got ourselves. Where are we at? Where's my mouse? Sorry, I lost track of my mouse. Enormous planetary military control. Enormous planetary military control. Well fortified and strong military position. Luckily, it's just humans. 9 out of 10 suicidal threat. So this is the next mission. We've spent our evolutionary points, so we're just gonna start the mission. I'm excited to... Usually all the missions where you're backed into a corner like this are not super difficult. They're typically kind of, pretty easy because you don't have to cover two fronts. But we do need to get some buggos out. Let's get something out here. We do need some kind of a defensive. All right, let's get these up. Let's get these swarmer duns up and running. Usually, the more the better in the beginning. Yeah, goo this place up with goo. Yeah. See, I think I undervalued the postural, like where the part where you get to what do you call it? Like those more population per postural thing. I underestimated the value of that. It's just, look at how fast my colony just exploded, just from that upgrade, because your population just explodes. Especially like early game, if you can knock out their production facilities, kind of really eases up the difficulty. You don't want to get trapped or get early trapped into a corner. All right, I'm gonna establish some wasp's nest and start hitting these positions over here. Let me postule this place up. We might not even really have a struggle with this mission the way it's going now. Let me go ahead and direct these guys over here. Hit them from the back with my wasps. They're still not really like upgraded any, so they're still kind of lame. But gonna continue to work on our population. Let's see. Yeah, see they're doing their thing. I don't think they're gonna have too much. See, even the most. Let me move this out of the way here, so they're like attacking from this angle. I don't want them to get picked off. I don't think they're gonna do. They're not in a stage yet where they're gonna do too much, make too much of a difference. I don't think. We're not there yet, but. Yeah, see, they're still. Oh, that's the edge of the screen. Okay, it won't matter that they're hitting the edge of the screen. That's as far as they can go. I see. Okay. All right. Just attack, I guess. See, we don't have the dive upgrade yet. Well, they did damage a building, I think, but they don't have. They're damaging. They're doing a little damage, but it's nothing really to like write home about right now. Let's do the old trick of where we turn off our soldier population, get our worker production up, so we can like fill up this land here very quickly. I do love in this game. I like that it forces you to think in different parameters to strategy. It's like the being population locked forces you to like turn off the faucet on this, get the other thing going for a while. It's interesting how it works in this game versus other strategy, versus like a humanoid based faction that where the thinking is different, I guess, the timing and everything. This is just more like you learn to think more like a hive, I guess. Okay, we're just gonna our wasps are not doing anything useful, so we're just gonna I think I'm just gonna use them to kind of chip away at the corners right here. let's see. Are any of them gonna make it? I'm just sort of curious whether. Oh, they are making a difference. Okay, so I think they're good. Like right now, my wasps are upgraded enough to like kind of chip away at corners and stuff. But nothing too crazy. Looks like we're doing work over there. All that really matters is taking out the production facilities. Everything else will take care of itself in time. So we're gonna kind of swarm into this narrow hallway here. Why are they stuck in that corner? There we go. I feel like even though I'm playing on medium difficulty, I've like understood the game enough now that I feel like it's actually easier to play. Like I'm having an easier time with it, as opposed to like the first time I played through it. Like it was harder and easy the first time. Now that I kind of know what's going on, I can get good early builds. And all right, let's go ahead and assault the main base. Well, let's take this out here. I'm not comfortable with this kind of being here. Look at that. Look at that. Boom. All right. Turn off my soldiers and let the worker pop jump. Have them, see how many more workers I have because the others are dying right now. And so let's go ahead and get these guys start chipping away at the edge here. Alright, let's turn it back on. We'll get these guys chipping away at this corner, the wasps. Kind of do one of these. We are getting hits. We are getting hits. And that's all that really matters is playing as the Buggos. It's kind of like, think of it more as like having a crowbar and you're trying to find a little spot where you can start to chip away at their base. And then once that happens and there's a big crack, that's when it's like the game, that's when you have breakthroughs. It's not about having a big armored front, having like big massive breakthroughs, because you don't have, it doesn't matter how many of these guys you lose, you just keep chipping away until there's a little weak spot that you can like chew away into. And that's the Buggos sort of mentality, and as we secure them being able to leave this area, I'm just continuing to grow my sort of population potential. Right now, I think everything is going at a good pace. I'm liking what I'm seeing. It would be good. What would be really fun if they ever made Buggos 3 is to have like knowledge of, let's say you have the humans, right? And let's say they have an electric network that powers things. It would be fun to have things where you cut off power supply to things, or knowing an overall state of their power supply so that you can turn off, so that you can let's say this thing takes up so much energy for it to fire and kill all your Buggos. But if you force it to keep firing too much, it'll overwhelm the energy grid and shut things down, allowing you to attack in other spots. You know what I mean? Like, it would be fun if it was a little bit more like here's just a sheer numbers game, but it'd be fun if it was like their walls are impenetrable until you overwhelm their electric grid and shut down sort of necessary facilities for their things to keep firing at the same rate. Like, obviously the machine gun guys or the troopers, they would still fire, but maybe these things wouldn't. Maybe the turrets would slow down, and then with the sheer bodies, you overwhelm their defenses. Like, it would be fun if there was a little bit more of that kind of thing going on. Like deep strategy, understanding that it's not just about pure physical kinetic contact, it's also like there's a bandwidth of power that the humans have, and then like your bandwidth of power, let's say, is your population limit, and you want that to be as high as possible. You want but it'd be cool if it was less static and there was more dynamic strategies. If the humans had weaknesses related to power or something like that, like actual electrical power, I think that would be a fun, a fun thing. All right, looks like we are maybe going to break through. They got a good little wall of fire here, but we are getting hits. Okay, never mind. We've broken through. Nice. Okay. So yeah, obviously it's easier said than done to just implement a mechanic like that. It's easy for me to sit here and be like, well, it'd be cooler if it was like that, but I'm just ranting out loud. Anyway, we've beaten the humans. We've lost 29,632 Buggos. They've lost 645. 10 minutes, 37 seconds. I hope you guys enjoyed this mission. I thought that was a fun little mission. Not too difficult. It's definitely like once you understand this game, it gets like progressively easier. It looks like I'm probably gonna just do a medium playthrough for YouTube, and then I'm kind of like I feel like don't need to keep ratcheting up the difficulty. But I think this is an incredibly fun game. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Wait, I gotta click off. Sorry, I gotta go over here to OBS. Bye.